Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to learn how to sew a godet flare. This is the fabric that I'll be using the velvet fabric, and I will use my knee measurement to cut my flare out. So in order to get my knee measurement, I'll subtract 8 inches from my hip. My hip is 43 minus 8, that is 35. I'll now divide the 35 by 3.142, and that is 11.1. So 11.1 is the radius that I will use for this flare. So in order to get the length of the flare, that is from the knee to the floor, you will subtract your shoulder to knee from the full length. The full length is 65 minus 36, that is 29. So you add that 11.1 for the radius to this 29 that you got now, and that is 40.1. So I'll fold out 40.1. This is if you want to know how many inches you fold. So I'll fold out 40.1 and I'll make a triangular flare. Like you close your fabric and you make a triangular shape, like the way my own is looking now. It is not a full circle flare. One side of the flare will be open. This is a half circle flare or a triangular flare. So I folded by 40.1. Just subtract your shoulder to knee from your full length and add it to the radius you got initially. So if your hip is 40, just subtract 8 inches from your hip, and whatever you got, you divide it by 3.142. 3.142. Then after that, you add it to the length from the knee to the floor. So I'll go ahead and mark my radius. The radius is 11.1, but I'll mark 11 because this is a velvet. Velvet is always stretchy. So from that triangular, from the point where the triangular shape started, I will mark 4.1 down. I'll mark it round, and from that place I'll mark the length of the flare. Remember, from the knee to the floor length is 29 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark 29 inches round. So I'm marking 29 inches round from the point where I measured my 11.1. So after doing that, you connect your lines. So you connect your line, and the next thing you will do is to cut out the flare. So I'm cutting the radius part, that is the round knee, and after that I'll cut the full length of the flare. So I'll finish cutting it, and this is how my flare will look like. If you can see, it has a triangular shape, and one side of the flare is open. So in order to mark where you place your godet, you open this triangular flare like this, like it will be unfold. You open it so that you will have only one folding. If you check, it is 2 pieces now. It is 2. So I'll arrange it so well because I'm using a velvet fabric. So I'll open it. As you can see, it is 2 now. It was folded. It was folded twice before. That is 4 pieces. But now, if you open it, you just have 1 piece, and the one up is the front, while the one down is the back. So I'll mark triangular shape, a triangular I'll mark out like triangles on this flame. You can open it straight, but for me I like making it a triangle because it will give space for the godet to show. So I'll mark triangular shapes like this. I'll mark triangles like this. It will stop, the triangle will stop from like 5 inches from the knee. Like if you measure down 5 inches from the knee, that is where I want my godet to start from. So I'll open this like 5 or 6 times. So I'm marking another one. Anything that I mark here will reflect on anything that I cut up here or I mark up here will reflect on the piece under. So I'll mark like 6 times, but when you open it up and count, you'll notice that you have like 12 openings. So just continue making your triangular shapes like this. For me, I will not advise you to cut it straight. Make triangular shape to actually help your godet to be noticeable, to pop out. So I have marked 4. I have marked 4, and that is, if you count it, that will be 2, 4, 5, and 6. The reason why I said that it is 6 is that the ones at the edges, I'll only insert one godet there, like the one that I just cut now. So after cutting, I noticed that I still have some space, so I added extra one. Like here, I'll add 2, one at the front, one at the back. But this one at the edge, the one that I'm cutting right now, I'll only insert one there. I don't know if you understand. So that's why I said that I have 6. So I went ahead and added another space here. So finally I have 2 at the edges, and I have 2 at the edges, and I have 8 in the middle. I have 6, sorry. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So I measured the length of the length of the space that I provided. I measured their length, and I noticed that they are around 20-21. So this will be a guide for me because I will add my lace there. So this will be a guide for me. So I'll go ahead and fold my lace in a triangular shape, and I will measure from the points where the triangle started. I will measure the lace to be 21 or 22 inches long, because this is what I will insert in these places where I provided a space in my flay. So remember that we will insert 8 godets in the flay. So I'll go ahead and cut out 8 pieces of these godets. So this is one. I'll go ahead and cut 8 pieces of the lace. So here is my flay. Here is my flay. So if I open it up, you can see where I have my space, where I have my triangular shapes inside. So I'll place this godet so that I will show you how it looks like. So this is how I'll place it. As you can see, the godet is actually longer than the space that I made for it, and it is very okay for me. I will trim after I must have finished joining. Instead of me to have less, I'll have more. That is how I love sewing my dresses. So this is how it look like. I will join one to the other side of the opening and join the other one on this side, and the gorgeous shape is out. So I'm just trying to illustrate how it will look like. So here are my lace pieces or lace godets. So I will continue cutting until they are 8 pieces. So for this lace, you will need at least 5 yards of lace for you to achieve this tie. Remember that you still use the lace to sew the upper part of the gown, so I'll advise you to buy at least 5 yards so that you have enough fabric for this style. So I'll go ahead and continue cutting my godet until I have at least 8 pieces. So this is the last piece that I will cut out to make them 8 pieces. So I'll go ahead and cut this one out, and please ensure that all of them are the same along the length. This place that I'm cutting now, just make sure that all of them are the same. So this is the skirt part of the gown. So I will shape my skirt part and keep aside. Then after shaping my skirt part, I'll start joining my godets to my flea. So when you are shaping the knee measurement, remember how we got our knee measurement. Our knee measurement is your hip minus 8 inches divided by 4. So if you are shaping this skirt part, remember to make the knee measurement exactly the measurements that you use to cut out your flea. So here is my flea, and it is time for me to start inserting my godets. So here is one opening. I'll place it where you are sewing on your machine. You place it upside down, and this is how you insert your godet. So this is a triangular godet. This is a godet, so I'll place it upside down as well. So I will join to one side first. I'm joining on the side that has an opening. You know that our flea has an opening, so I'm joining on the side that has an opening first. So after joining on this side, I will turn the other side of the opening. This is the open part on the flay. I'll turn it and join to the other side of the godet. Please make sure that you match them very well. So I'll place it and I will join. I will show you how I close the opening at the ending part. So when you reach this part, just place your fabric on top so that it will cross the place where the point of the godet started, and you just sew a straight line. I'll show you how it looks like. So I've closed the open part. So I will turn it so that you guys can understand what I mean. So this is how it looks like. As you can see, I've inserted my godet. So for the rest of the godets, for the rest of them, each part that I want to insert, I want to have a clean finishing. Let's say I want to insert at this triangle now. I'll open it straight down. You see how I opened it? I'll open it straight down. This is a mistake that I made because I was supposed to add allowance while I was cutting my flay, but thank God this is a velvet, it won't really affect me. So I'll open any triangular part that you want to fix your godet. Just open it straight down in order to have a clean finishing at that triangular point. So I'll fix on this side. After fixing on this side, I'll flip the fabric and close the other side. So this is how it looks. So I'll close with the other part of the flay. This is the open part. So I'll place it again and fix. So you might be asking if we'll use a lining for this. No, my answer is no. I'll not be using a lining for this. I'll overlock. So when you reach the place where the godet started, just place your velvet fabric or your fabric straight and just run a straight line. And when you open it up, you will have a very sharp V, a very sharp and clean V at that point. As you can see, it is very neat. So for the third one, as you can see, the V part, the place where the godet started is very neat. So for this part, I'll open it up straight down too. I'll open it straight down and I'll place another godet there. So this is how I will continue until I am done fixing all of them. So you might be asking how I finished the hem part. I used a crinoline, a 2 inches crinoline or 4 inches crinoline to finish the hem part. I used a pink crinoline to finish the hem part. Using a crinoline will also help you achieve fullness at the down part. So if you are asking, I used a crinoline because I did not use a lining to turn this, and I did not add any interface to any fabric, both the lace and the velvet. So I used a crinoline instead. So this is how I will continue fixing the godets until I am done. So I will leave I will leave it for you guys to see, so that when I repeat it at least 3 or 4 times, you'll be able to grab what I said. So after you must have finished joining your godets to your flay, this is the down part, or this is the main gown, and I trim the front. The front is a bit higher than the back, so that is how I want the shape of the flay to be. And after trimming it this way, I will go ahead and introduce my godet flay, and this is how it look like. So I'll go ahead and join on my machine, and after joining I use a crinoline to finish up. So you guys can see how full this flay looks now after inserting your godet. It looks so full, and I'll go ahead and trim off any rough part before I close with my crinoline. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you try this out, though it takes time, but it is worth it at the end of the day. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Want to chat me up, or if you want to make any video requests, you can follow me on Instagram at the real Ijoma. You can chat me up there and send me your video requests or ask me your questions. Please make sure you follow me before you send me a message. Thank you guys. Bye.